people on YouTube. It's Upside DIY. Sorry for the glare. There's put the duckweed in here. So, and I got the filter to kind of work. I put in the light bulbs. There's 2 light bulbs here. The front one's a red and the black one's a blue one. They're so dim, I could probably leave them on day and night, or just for one day and see how it goes. I really like how, well, I put some filter floss on there. You know, I just want to get these prepared for next year. I've got to actually probably put some food in there for them. Probably like a 50-50 water change of this. I actually siphoned them out using that this sponge filter. There's actually holes on there, but I turned it into a funnel. I put filter floss in there, and then I held this on top of this aquarium, and then I just drained the water out, and I caught most of the duckweed. And it was a soft landing for them. Their roots and everything, they might have been crumpled up. I'm not sure exactly, but they finally made it to their aquarium. I wanted to add a sponge filter to this. It's a little, but I need a professional sponge filter. The ones that I make, which are pretty much over here, I'm actually gluing this hose right here to this because it was just a little too and that was a bad move, because if this hose needs to be a little longer, I won't be able to do that. But I had to cut it short because of this old air pump and things, and there's one air pump. I put the wall of bubbles instead of the sponge filter is actually better, because it's gonna actually help filter out this side, but I'm gonna actually need a really nice air pump to and also this filter and this gravel filter. I didn't glue this end, but I glued pretty much the air stone that's in there. I pretty much tried to, you know, glue what I can. I pulled it up and things like that and let it dry really good. So a lot of gluing, a lot of cutting, you know, soldering, cleaning, you know, and looking around. It's just a lot, and I'm almost finished with this cover. I just, you know, just put a little bit more, and you know, this right here is an air bubble, so I got so it's not completely done, but maybe in a day or two, and these air bubbles will really make pretty much you know, an air bubble, and when it pops, it like leaves an imprint inside of and it's not really gluing one. So I've got to actually pop them while I can. So I need like something skinny, maybe a piece of paper, you know, just to smoothen them out and things. So, you know, it's not perfect and everything, you know, with these supplies and equipment. There are some setbacks and things, or bad you know, applications and things that you should be aware of, or that you have to be aware of. So, you know, that's just how it goes, and hopefully the air bubbles don't really get too bad and things like that. I already know that there's one already there. It's an air bubble, and I put this nice stool right here to kind of sit on this side, so that and I plugged in these lights. This light's on, so it's looking really amazing. You know, duckweed's getting stuck. I mean, things are getting stuck by the filter. I might even have to unplug the filter and things like that until I figure out something really good for it. Maybe just air bubbles, basically. Just keep a little, and you know, switch the air line and things. The the air inlet right there needs to be a little bit lower so that the air will rise towards the end and the whole thing will have some nice bubbles. But it usually takes a day or two for the wall of bubbles to really start working and things. But I added a few more rocks. I added 3 more rocks, 1, 2, and 3, and actually, yeah, 3, and hopefully, you know, there's always a few little small things to do, and you know, clean up and stuff. So still working on it, but it's pretty fun because I found most of these rocks and things like that, and they look pretty awesome. Yeah, and the fish were pretty cheap and things, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, and they're finally all together over here, and it's providing some surface agitation for them. But if I had a better air pump, you know, it'll be a lot better and things like that. And I've got lights there and things, and this filter, you know, I just raised up the cartridge. I don't mind stuff catching up at the bottom, but if this overflows a little too much, it's not going to really filter that good. So, you know, just adjusting that really helped out. I'm pretty excited that you know, things are happening and growing. This plant right here, it's allowing some parts of the plant to die, and then, you know, the other ones are going to grow. So it's going to start wilting maybe, but hopefully it's just conserving energy and space and things like that, and it's going to just grow some new plant. Hopefully, is what I'm hoping for. But yeah, the glue's a little wet now, so I can't put the light down and turn on the light. But I'm actually, you know, trying to use pretty much a gravel filter, which is this at least, and then I've got to actually use some clear sponge and things, and I could probably just have both of those, hopefully, you know, and maybe aquascape it a little bit, maybe with mountain rocks or something only, and you know, not even have big plants, you know, just mountain rocks and probably some you know, decorations or little castles, because having big rocks is a little bit more challenging for the weight distribution, or I don't know what else. But yeah, this is pretty much you know, getting things to work, you know, just getting little things to work out right, and as you know, getting rid of the old water and things, and keeping nice tanks clean, you know, having some time on the weekend and stuff like that. You know, it's just pretty fun to get it out of the way, make a video, and then, you know, see if more comes out of it. So I might, with this filter, I might have to keep nudging it off and things like that, you know, once in a while, and it's really fun to see. It's really fun to see. I need to actually figure out some type, maybe to filter this out at least once, the main big water filter, and maybe add a little bit of it, maybe store some of the water. I'm not really sure. Pretty much 100% maybe, but I do, like, you know, need to filter that out and see if I could continue trying to feed these duckweed, because I don't really know what they're going to eat and things like that. I might try some bread, just pieces of bread, but I'm not really 100% sure. But when they grow up big, they're gonna be really useful for a pond and, you know, little aquascapes and things like that. So that seems to be pretty fun if it works out. So I'm still working on it, and you know, so far, you know, I've done as much as I could, just a little bit more to really get them growing nicely. And I've got the light and things, so, and you know, finally getting this tank or this aquarium all situated is pretty good. And I just have to clean up and wipe down some of the water drops and things. But yeah, we'll see once I filter this. I'm gonna try to see if I could do it real fast. So I just use this to refill the water to get the filter working. So right here I've pretty much got a pre-filter, and this is going to hopefully take out a lot of the debris and gunk. I just need to find a good bucket and then clean all this stuff up and try to reuse them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to filter it now. I got a bucket and I'm going to go get the filter. So here's pretty much the filter, and it's, you know, I'm going to use a siphon hose on it, and most of this debris is going to get cleaned up and things. I might even clean the glass before I start siphoning and stuff. And then I might split up these roots. I don't know, it might be in a day or two, but it's always good to be ready just in case. It's a good choice and things like that. So yeah, I just need to add some more water in that aquarium, and pretty much set up this other aquarium. I just finished washing the cover and stuff. There's some glue and things I could actually clean up around this trim first and things like that, and it should look pretty cool or good. And then try to fill it up, I guess. Then I'm trying to put this back to how it was. I always put this on backwards. This came in handy. It helped me finish filling up an aquarium. I put the seat here. I got a nice duckweed filter. This really helped out in keeping the water clean, and I need to find out maybe tea bags or something that's going to really help these plants just find a little bit of substance. But the fish food seems to be working pretty good. I might have to make like a catch container like this or something, and then just hang it inside the tank with fish food at the bottom. I think that would be pretty good. And you know, put a few holes and things so fresh water could go in, but the duckweed won't be able to escape and things. And I would be pretty happy with that. You know, and you could always find extra ones, extra small aquariums and things. So yeah, I can probably siphon this dirty water out tomorrow or the day after. These rocks are making pretty nice cliffs. I like to look at the aquascape and then just change it a little bit. I don't mind, you know, planning. But there's really nice cracks with these new larger rocks. There's even other larger rocks that were already in here, and I use them to hold down the airline like that, but that has to be a little bit more lower and things. So yeah, this is pretty much an average thing. I just don't have enough you know, things to pretty much aquascape, or I just don't really know about using soil or sand even, or gravel or anything like that just yet. And this plant, I thought it was doing good, but it was actually the opposite, where it's not doing that good. But I could hopefully think that it's just adjusting. And I see a lot of the roots are having problems. I mean, this plant was from outdoors, and you know, it's got some new growth, so I'll just, you know, have to wait and see. But I gotta clean up and skim off what I can before cleaning this, just like any other time I cleaned an aquarium. So it's not that hard. It's just you just have to have real fun in doing it and some time, and basically I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye.